We're going to be sharing quite a few sewn ones because I am off to Pakistan, and before I go I wanted to send off these off to the customers, so I quickly ordered and requested that these be sent very quickly. Okay, so these are quite large sizes, and one of the biggest complaints that we have is these fabrics are not sufficient. And now, generally when there is normally a lot of fabric, but when the tailors make them, they sometimes mix and match, and maybe will use, like on this he's used extra pieces and so on. So this is the trouser. The dupatta all finished off beautifully with the dory and so on. Now I actually took one of these suits out to stitch yesterday, and then I didn't have the courage to actually go ahead. And one of the reasons why I didn't pluck the courage to go ahead and stitch this was because it comes with a lot of patches, and the worst part is, right, is the attaching of these, and I knew I could not do justice the way this is being done, because Pakistan, you have the capability to actually have these finished off nicely. So this is for a very dear friend. She is quite a large size, but mashallah, these have been sewn. She suffers from hot flushes, so she tends to buy lawn a lot, and I think this is the perfect fabric. Beautiful color. I absolutely love these colors, and I think this is even though it's sewn like a frock style in the photo, we've chosen to make this into a trouser suit. So this is one of the Maria B ranges. So if anybody's interested in, we do offer the full range of lawn, even though the season is going now. I think a lot of people tend to do like wearing the lawn. Okay, so I'm going to share, these have all been stitched for her. She's chosen some to have sewn as salwar kameez. This one in the green color, we've stitched this in the salwar, and then the dupatta, he's finished it off with a really nice lace that contrasts with the colors, and also a bit of dory piping. So it's a print dupatta in this, and then the kameez. So it's a salwar kameez, beautiful color, and it's quite a large size, but sewn is come out absolutely gorgeous, all piped off, finished off beautifully on the edges. So I'm sure she is going to be chuffed with these. She is a very big regular customer who actually tends to buy quite a lot. So I'm going to be sharing all these. This is an isneck design. So they're a variation of Baruch, isneck, Maria B, and many of you would probably have seen these on the website. Again, these are embroidered, but one of the biggest problems you often have with these suits is the way, if they have like this is a thingy neckline, a boat neckline, and embroidered patch, but they do need to be sewn perfectly in order to get, there you are, nicely piped off in a contrasting pink lace. So sewing is one of the biggest setbacks, like I mentioned in the previous video. If the sewing is not right, then consider your whole suit wasted, your fabric wasted, the time and effort wasted, and often the money gone down the drain. So again, quite a large beautiful selection. These are 5 suits that have been stitched for her. Each is prettier than the other. This one with a contrasting red border, and again this one he's sewn a salwar with this one, and this actually print actually looks quite nice on the salwar, and then the dupatta nicely finished off in contrasting cream color lace. And then the final one which has actually been a double repeat, but I am going to send, she's had another one made exactly the same as this, but I am going to send her this as well, because it's been stitched in her size, and I don't think, she's a very large lady, and I don't think I'm going to find anyone else but it's a little bit different to the one that was sent to her previously, and I think she is going to like this because the color is really beautiful. It's like a lightish version of brown color, more of a goldeny brown, and this again has been sewn in a salwar, and nicely border has been bought on the ponchas. It's you know, sometimes you run short. Now what he's done is he's had a little bit left material left over from the kameez, and he's put a piece in the salwar just to give it a little bit of extra width. And yeah, he's belted the salwar really nicely, and that is stitched beautifully. Now just for the stitching, I will send this to her, because you know what, one of the biggest problems, like I keep mentioning, is the sewing. And I think the previous one that she had was a lawn dupatta, and this one has got a chiffon dupatta, so it is different to the previous one. I'm sure that was the overall design of that was different as well. Again, the way this is stitched is really, really nice, and it's a quite a large size, and I don't think I'm gonna find anyone who's is, because she's a very tall lady, and since it's sewn beautifully, one of the struggles is the sewing, so I'd rather give it to her than wasting it away, because even though she might have two that are very, very similar. So anyway, it gives you an idea of the kind of sewing that we offer. You know, the pieces have been applied on the sleeves really nicely, and overall, you know, I am sure she is going to love these, because all of these suits are have been just as has been done to the way these have been stitched. Anyway, it'll give you an idea of the kind of service we offer, and so if you want to go and experiment and try us out, I promise you, you will not be disappointed, because the added advantage that I am going to offer you is the fact that I am in Pakistan myself, and I will be overseeing a lot of the work. In the past, what we've had is we've had problems with the tailors, where we've had outside tailors, and outside tailors you only get to see here and there. This is an in-house tailor, and inshallah he does most of the work for us, so we're not going to have problems with you know, constant non-following. Also, I've tried this guy over the last few months. He's been sewing, he's literally sewn hundreds of suits for us, and so far, apart from the odd one, which I probably can think it was my own fault too, I've had no problems. So that's something that is very hard to find. And if you find a good tailor that is going to sew satisfactory for you, then you know what, my advice to you, whether it's me or whether it's anybody else, is to stick to that person, because the minute you start experimenting with here, there and everywhere is the minute that you lose totally, and you know what, it's very hard to find those people. So stick to your you know, if you found a good person, if I'm the one who's proved to be, you know, and you've been happy with our service, then that's something that I would say, you know what, continue with it. Even if we make the odd mistake here or there, we will try and address that and look into that, so that for as long term, you know what, that is wiped away, because we are going to have the launch of our website, and some of the things that we're going to be doing with the website is that inshallah we're going to offer the tailoring facility with your own input sizes and so on. So once you're on the system, inshallah, that's something that, you know what, it's all being done, and that's something that I'm going to catch up with you as I'm in Pakistan and as we do the videos. But the thing that I'm happy to say is, if you look at the quality of the embroidery, this does not look like whether the embroidery was done on the fabric. Only downside is that the fabrics are supplied, the patches are supplied, and if you do have wide ponchas, then sometimes that's not enough. What I would do is maybe she, you know, so there is a patch left there, but it's normally generally on the inside leg, but that's not something that, you know, we can do. But these patches, the way they've been provided, he's applied these on really nicely, and mashallah, I am really happy with the overall result. Anyway, do get in touch. I will be available on WhatsApp throughout my visit to Pakistan, and I will probably do more videos, because here I am occupied with lots and lots and lots of other things as well. There, the main focus is going to be to try and get all the launches for the winter, and also to try and do as many videos to show you all the fabrics that are available, also all the sewing, all the designs, there's quite a few launches that I want to do. So I know it's always, I'm there for 3 weeks and it's always very hectic. So I dare not say what plans I have, because plans don't always go according to the way you plan them. So anyway, I want you to remember me in your duas, and take care, keep in touch, and I shall see you. Hopefully now I shall see you from Pakistan, because I have got so much packing to do. I've got so much organizing to do that I think it's going to be hard to do any more videos, even though there's bits of designs and clothes that are here and there. I'm going to leave those until I get back. So take care, and have a wonderful weekend. Do remember me, and inshallah I will catch up with you later.